APAFS is the Asia Pacific Association for Fiduciary Studies. It's an organization that was started 13 years ago by some forward-thinking individuals with the goal of bringing Wall Street to the Pacific region. Over the years, when trustees go off to the States and they try to learn issues surrounding corporate governance, issues surrounding what they need to do as trustees within their own respective trust funds or pension funds, what we've found is that a lot of the information that is taught there is lost in its translation. The manner in which the education is given in those stateside conferences fails to appreciate the cultures that exist throughout the Pacific region. And so what APAFS tried to do, and what we strive to do, is bring those same quality education to Micronesia, to the Pacific region. It creates the kind of atmosphere that trustees in this region, we hope, will lead to further retention. The biggest stress that we found when we were starting the organization is whether, in fact, our idea would stick globally. What we found is that they are very much interested in developing an education process here in Micronesia, here in Asia. So our membership is strong and growing, and those who serve in the corporate governance roles as governors of APAFS continues also to expand. Our signature event is the Pacific Rim Investment Conference. That's held once a year, and it's a culmination of our country conferences, and now serves to provide continuing education for our FI 360 AIF certification course, and helps to explain some of the fundamentals, some of the precepts that we also teach in the FE course as well. Provide our members with small learning processes. In our Pacific Rim Investment Conference, what we try to do is bring everything that we've talked about throughout the year into a large conference and host it with signature speakers and individuals who come from throughout the world to come and speak to these events. And so it is the capstone, so to speak, of everything that we do throughout the year. The value of being able to endure any kind of stress, in particular the stress in this case, the stress of being able of putting this organization together, of going through the what if this doesn't work, what if we're not able to get speakers. The joy of being able to go through that stress is being able to come out on the other end and seeing the results, seeing the fruits of that labor through the 13 years of our existence. What we found out, what we've been able to come away with, a whole host of lasting relationships, both with organizations here in the Philippines, with organizations throughout the world, and a whole host of other organizations here in Manila who help us move that message forward. A bigger joy, though, at the end of the day, is being able to take a look at the trustees, knowing that when they go home, they're going to be armed with tools that will help them deliver and discharge their duties as trustees in a manner that they weren't able to before they came to any one of our conferences. That's going to help them become better stewards, better trustees, and ultimately help their own respective jurisdictions. Is the biggest joy that this organization has. That's what we were built for. Results of that labor is very rewarding to us, and something that we enjoy doing as a volunteer board, and as a nonprofit organization. The folks at GGRF saw fit to take the opportunity to look at what was happening in the region. And so what he did was, along with, at the time, put together an organization of trustees throughout the region, and collectively created the vision of an organization that would educate trustees and board members throughout the region, so that those of us in the region would be able to retain the information a lot easier. In other words, we wanted to bridge the gap between Wall Street and Micronesia. We wanted to appreciate the different cultures that exist, but also understand that in order for us to discharge our duties as trustees, we needed to be educated in a manner Wall Street thinks and Wall Street processes information. And so GGRF took the lead. They are the largest fund in the region, and so they had the muscle and the horsepower to be able to pull people together. The group that helped pull people together at GGRF did a fantastic job in creating an organization that has not only lived through the Asian economic crisis, but prospered and then again lived through the Great Recession of the U.S. So on behalf of the Board of Governors of the Asia Pacific Association for Fiduciary Studies, I'd like to congratulate the Government of Guam Retirement Fund for their contributions to our existence, for founding us, and for making us the organization that board members and trustees from throughout the region come to learn about fiduciary studies, to learn about corporate governance, and to learn about how it is that they're going to become better stewards in their respective jurisdictions.